This is the acceleration lab. At each table, what you're going to have is you're going to have a ramp with different notches on them. You're going to have a photo gate. So this is going to time how long it takes that object to travel through the photo gate. And I have this little race car that's going to go down the track. We're going to start the race car out at the same point every time. Now, it's going to time how long it takes to get through that track. So there's a little notch on the race car. This is exactly 1 centimeter long, or 1/100th of a meter, 0.01 meters. Now, when it passes through, it's going to break this beam. And my photo gate is going to give me the time that it takes for that 1 centimeter to pass. So using the equation to calculate velocity, which looks very similar to the equation to calculate speed, we know the distance is going to be 1 centimeter, or 0.01 meters, and using that time we'll be able to calculate how fast this object or this car is traveling at that spot. We're going to start the car out at the very top of the ramp every time, and then we're going to move it down 20 centimeters every time. The first photo gate is going to be at 5 centimeters from where this notch is. So that is going to be the first notch. Then we're going to move it down. So let's go ahead. Let's just run this trial. I'm going to set it here, make sure that notch is at 5 centimeters, and we're just going to let it run down the ramp. Okay, now that we did notch number 1, we'll put that time up there so you can do the calculations. We're going to go down to notch number 2. Right, and it should be marked. It's going to be 20 centimeters away. Now I'm going to start the car at the same spot. I'm going to roll it down the ramp. Okay, got that time. Now we're at the third notch. I'm going to place the car in the same spot, roll it down the ramp. Okay, now I'll put that time up. Now we're at notch number 4. Let's roll it down the ramp. Okay. Now I have that time. This is the last notch. Go ahead, let it go. Okay, now that we have that time, now we'll be able to tell how fast that car is going at each of those points. So it starts at 5 centimeters, then it went 25, then it went 45, then 65, and right here is at 85 centimeters. So I put the time up after each run, and you can calculate how fast it's going. So now that I have the velocities at those 5 different points, I want to calculate the acceleration on the ramp. I know the acceleration is going to be the same throughout because it's a straight track. But in order to do that, what I need to do is I need to find the time it takes to get from that first top notch down to that bottom notch. So what I'm going to do is, now I have 2 photo gates set up. I have one up here where it starts at notch number 1, or that position number 1, down here at notch number 5, that position number 5. Right, so we should know how fast they're going at each of these. So I know my initial velocity here, and I know my final velocity. Now we need to calculate the time it takes to get from here to here. So I set up my photo gate to do that. So I'm going to set that, I'm going to run it down the track same way. So now instead of giving me the time it takes to get through the photo gate, it gave me the time to go from here to here, and it was 0.9 seconds. So it was 0.9 seconds from here to here, and using my equation to calculate acceleration, I'll be able to calculate, well, here's my initial velocity, here's my final velocity, and the time is 0.9 seconds. So once again, this is the acceleration lab.